Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here today. You know, there's a saying, and I want you to really let this sink in: never tell people what you do. Now, I know that sounds counterintuitive, maybe even a little harsh, but stay with me because this is something that goes deeper than just words. This is about power, purpose, and the kind of life you build when you decide to keep your dreams close and your vision strong. Protecting your dreams by keeping them close is one of the most powerful things you can do for yourself. When you have a vision, an idea, or a goal, there's a magic that exists in those early stages, a spark that's raw and pure that only you can truly understand. It's your unique purpose in the form of a dream, one that doesn't need the validation or opinions of others to be worthy. You know, the excitement that comes with thinking about what you want to achieve. In those moments, it's like holding a delicate flame in the palm of your hand. It's bright and full of potential, yet it's also fragile and susceptible to anything that might put it out. When you share your dreams too early, you invite the winds of outside opinions, judgments, and expectations that can extinguish that flame before it ever has the chance to grow. Sharing your dreams can sometimes feel necessary. Maybe it's because you want validation or encouragement from those around you. But the reality is that not everyone will see your vision as you do. Some people may question it, some may doubt you, and others may project their own fears and insecurities onto what you're trying to build. And once these voices enter your space, they can create doubt, even if you initially felt certain of your path. The dream you had may start to feel smaller or weaker, not because it changed, but because you allowed outside energy to touch it before it was strong enough to withstand it. There is a true strength in building your dream quietly. When you keep it close, you're giving it the opportunity to grow strong roots, to become grounded in your own energy and intentions. This is where real transformation happens, not in the telling, but in the doing. By keeping your dreams close, you allow yourself to focus on the work itself rather than the opinions of others. It's about finding joy in the process, in the small steps, in the quiet commitment that no one else may ever see. You become your own witness, your own source of encouragement, and that's where the most authentic and powerful growth happens. Protecting your dreams also protects your energy. The energy you put into discussing, explaining, or justifying your goals to others is energy that could be used to move closer to achieving them. Think of it as a precious resource. Every ounce of energy you put into your vision is moving you closer to that realization. When you're constantly sharing it, explaining it, and opening it up to others, that energy gets dispersed. You might start second-guessing yourself or feeling the need to adapt your goals to meet others' expectations. By holding your dream close, you're giving it the space it needs to become what it's truly meant to be. It's also about maintaining the magic of the unknown. There's a beauty in knowing that what you're working on is yours and yours alone. It gives you freedom to make mistakes, to explore, and to try new things without the pressure of others' eyes on you. Keeping your dreams close gives you the space to trust the process, to build something genuine, and to honor your own unique journey. By protecting that dream, you're building resilience and patience because you understand that everything great takes time, and you're willing to give it that time without the need for outside validation or approval. When you avoid outside opinions, you protect your vision from becoming diluted or derailed. Your dream is something only you truly understand. It's personal, unique, and formed from your own experiences, goals, and passions. The minute you start sharing it with others, though, it becomes vulnerable to a multitude of outside influences that may not align with your intentions. This isn't to say that people around you don't care. Many of them likely have your best interests at heart, but their perspective, shaped by their own experiences and fears, might not align with your vision. As soon as you invite others' opinions into the mix, you risk letting their worldview seep into yours, causing confusion and sometimes even self-doubt. People often give feedback based on their own limitations, not yours. A friend who is afraid of taking risks might unknowingly plant seeds of fear when they hear your bold ambitions. A colleague who never dared to chase their dreams might downplay your aspirations simply because they feel uncomfortable with what they see as an unknown or uncertain path. They may project their own insecurities or limitations onto your vision, and even if these doubts are small, they can start to cast shadows on the belief you have in yourself and your dream. When you avoid seeking validation from others, you also protect yourself from their reservations. You give yourself the chance to fully explore your own dreams without allowing their doubts to become obstacles you didn't initially have. Each dream has its own unique path, and outside opinions can often lead you astray. When you rely on the viewpoints of others, you may find yourself second-guessing your original ideas or altering your direction to fit their version of success. But the truth is, no one else knows what's best for you. You're the one who's connected to this vision, you're the one who understands why it matters, and you're the one who will ultimately see it through. Allowing outside perspectives to shape or alter your plans can lead to a diluted version of your dream, one that no longer feels truly yours. Instead of making decisions based on what you know in your heart, you end up adjusting to appease the opinions of others, and that's not where true fulfillment comes from. There's a special power in trusting your own instincts. When you commit to your vision without seeking constant feedback, you're telling yourself that you are enough, that you have the wisdom to make the right choices for yourself. This inner trust builds resilience and confidence, qualities that will serve you throughout your journey. By avoiding outside opinions, you develop the ability to stand strong in your choices, to take risks, and to learn from both successes and failures on your own terms. This self-reliance becomes a source of strength, as it reminds you that you are capable and that you don't need external validation to move forward. Avoiding outside opinions also allows your dream to grow in its purest form, undisturbed by any external agenda. When you share your plans too widely, you can sometimes find yourself defending them or feeling pressure to succeed on someone else's timeline. But when you keep your vision to yourself, you have the freedom to experiment, to take your time, and to allow your dream to evolve naturally. You're not trying to fit into anyone else's idea of success, you're following your own. This process strengthens your relationship with yourself, showing you that your belief in your dream is what truly matters. By avoiding the opinions of others, you allow your vision to become the most genuine expression of who you are and what you want to contribute to the world. Embracing the power of quiet work done behind the scenes is one of the most effective ways to build something real and lasting. There is a unique strength in working silently, away from the eyes of others, because it allows you to focus purely on the task and growth at hand without the distractions of external recognition or judgment. In today's world, where there is often pressure to share every achievement or milestone on social media, there is something incredibly liberating about working without announcing every step. When you commit to the quiet work, you create a space where you can develop skills, explore new ideas, and even make mistakes without feeling the need to explain or justify your journey to others. Quiet work nurtures discipline and patience, two qualities that are essential for long-term success, but often overlooked in favor of quick results or instant gratification. When you work quietly, you learn to focus on the process itself rather than just the outcome. You begin to understand that meaningful work takes time, and you become comfortable with the idea that you may not see the results immediately. This process of putting in consistent effort without expecting immediate rewards builds a foundation of resilience and perseverance that will support you as you move forward. Working behind the scenes allows you to experience the true joy of growth and progress, which is often lost when there is a constant desire for external validation. By committing to quiet work, you also allow yourself the freedom to experiment and to try new things without the pressure of an audience. When you're working in private, you're more willing to take risks because there is no fear of failing in front of others. You give yourself the freedom to explore your ideas fully and to follow your intuition without worrying about how it will be perceived by others. This quiet, undisturbed space becomes a kind of workshop where you can refine your skills, test your ideas, and learn from your mistakes in a safe environment. Each small victory and each lesson learned becomes part of the process, and you're able to move forward without the pressure to perform or impress others along the way. Another strength of working quietly is that it allows you to stay grounded in your own values and motivations. When you're constantly sharing your progress or seeking feedback from others, it's easy to lose sight of why you started in the first place. Outside influences can sometimes make you question your motivations or feel like you need to meet certain standards that may not align with your true goals. But when you keep your work private, you're able to stay connected to your own vision and purpose. This connection to your internal values gives your work a unique authenticity, as it's driven by what truly matters to you, rather than what will receive the most praise or attention. Working behind the scenes also helps you build a deeper relationship with yourself. As you put in the hours and make progress without anyone watching, you begin to understand your own strengths, weaknesses, and growth areas in a more intimate way. This self-awareness is powerful because it allows you to identify and focus on what truly needs improvement without any external bias or pressure. You become more attuned to your own capabilities, and this self-knowledge builds a foundation of confidence that is unshakable, as it's based on real experience and effort rather than just external validation. Quiet work is about building something meaningful from the ground up without rushing or seeking approval from others. It's about honoring your own journey and understanding that the value of your work comes from the dedication and consistency you put into it every day. The power of quiet work is that it strengthens your resilience, keeps you grounded in your purpose, and allows you to grow into the person you need to be to achieve your dreams. Building your life from the inside out without seeking validation from others is an empowering approach that strengthens your sense of self and aligns your actions with your authentic values. When you focus on creating a life that feels right to you rather than one that looks right to others, you shift the foundation of your decisions from external expectations to internal convictions. This way of living prioritizes personal integrity and purpose, allowing you to truly embrace who you are and what you want without the influence of outside approval. Instead of trying to meet societal standards or live up to what others deem as success, you craft a life that is grounded in your own beliefs and values, creating a sense of fulfillment that is both genuine and sustainable. Seeking validation from others can often lead to a life that feels disconnected or even hollow, as it's based on trying to achieve someone else's version of happiness or success. When you're constantly looking for approval, you tend to make decisions that please others rather than yourself. This could mean pursuing a career path that doesn't resonate with you, taking on projects that don't align with your passion, or even living in ways that are more about appearances than real contentment. Over time, this need for validation can disconnect you from your true desires and goals, making it difficult to feel a sense of purpose in what you're doing. By focusing on building your life from the inside out, you break free from the cycle of constantly needing external approval, and you start to live in a way that feels deeply right for you. An inside-out approach also empowers you to take ownership of your life, understanding that you are the one responsible for creating your reality. This ownership means that you take accountability for both your successes and setbacks, but without the pressure of outside judgment. When you no longer rely on others to affirm your choices, you gain a sense of freedom to make bold decisions, to take risks, and to explore paths that may not be conventional but are meaningful to you. You realize that true success is not about meeting a set standard, but about living in alignment with your personal values. This realization brings a sense of peace and self-assurance that is difficult to attain when you're constantly looking to others for affirmation. Living without the need for validation also allows you to experience personal growth in a way that is unfiltered and sincere. When you're not focused on pleasing others, you can confront your weaknesses, work on your insecurities, and embrace self-improvement purely for your own development rather for an audience. This growth becomes deeply meaningful because it's driven by a genuine desire to become the best version of yourself rather than an attempt to fit into someone else's idea of who you should be. You begin to value your own opinion of yourself above that of others, which builds a self-confidence rooted in authenticity and inner strength. This internal focus can transform your relationships as well. When you're not seeking validation, you bring a sense of wholeness and self-assuredness to the people around you. You're able to give freely without the need for recognition, and you can receive love and support without relying on it to define your self-worth. Your relationships become more meaningful because they're based on mutual respect and genuine connection, not on trying to prove your worthiness. When you know who you are and what you stand for, you attract people who appreciate you for your true self, fostering relationships that are both authentic and fulfilling. Building from the inside out also teaches you to trust yourself. Without constantly looking to others for approval, you learn to make decisions based on your intuition and personal wisdom. This self-trust empowers you to handle life's challenges with resilience and independence, as you know you can rely on yourself to navigate whatever comes your way. You start to recognize that your life is a journey uniquely yours, and that by following your own path, you create a story that is meaningful, fulfilling, and true to who you are. The strength that comes from living in alignment with your values allows you to face any obstacle with courage, knowing that your life is a true reflection of your inner self, and that you're building something real and lasting from the inside out. Building your life from the inside out without seeking validation from others is a powerful and transformative approach that centers your journey on what truly matters to you. When you focus on living according to your own beliefs, values, and goals rather than trying to meet societal expectations or please those around you, you start crafting a life that is authentically yours. In doing so, you root your identity and purpose in something unshakable and deeply personal, allowing you to make decisions based on your inner compass rather than the ever-shifting opinions of others. This approach emphasizes personal fulfillment, a connection to self, and a way of living that aligns with what you genuinely find meaningful. By living from the inside out, you become less dependent on outside recognition, fostering a deeper sense of confidence and self-assurance that is grounded in who you are, not in who others want you to be. When you rely on external validation, your sense of self-worth and satisfaction often depends on others' opinions and expectations. This can be a slippery slope because the standards of society, friends, or family may not reflect your true desires or unique purpose. When you make choices based on what will please others or what will be praised, you risk sacrificing authenticity and losing touch with the things that make you feel fulfilled. Over time, a life lived for external approval can feel hollow, as it doesn't reflect who you truly are or what you genuinely care about. This constant need for validation can lead you to pursue paths, careers, relationships, and even lifestyles that don't align with your true self. You might look successful or happy on the outside, but internally you may feel a disconnect, a lack of purpose, or even a feeling of emptiness. Building a life from the inside out changes that by freeing you from the need to prove yourself and allowing you to live in a way that feels right on a soul level. By creating a life that resonates with your core values, you take ownership of your decisions and take responsibility for your growth. This ownership gives you a sense of autonomy and strength, as you're no longer swayed by the pressure to conform or perform according to what others think is right. When you let go of the need for validation, you gain the courage to make bold decisions that may not be conventional but feel right to you. For example, choosing a career path that aligns with your passion rather than one that others deem prestigious, or pursuing a creative project that brings you joy even if it's not practical in the eyes of others. By listening to your own inner voice rather than external judgments, you give yourself the freedom to explore paths that may be unconventional, but that bring a profound sense of meaning and fulfillment. Building from the inside out means allowing your vision of success to be your own, defined by your unique standards rather than by what society tells you is successful. Living from the inside out also supports a level of resilience and self-trust that isn't easily shaken by life's challenges. When you're not dependent on others' approval, you cultivate a strong foundation of self-belief and inner wisdom. This foundation allows you to navigate setbacks with a sense of grace and determination because you're not questioning your worth based on someone else's opinion. You know that your choices are valid because they're based on your values and aspirations, not on anyone else's expectations. This self-assurance becomes especially important during difficult times as you're able to lean on your inner strength and maintain your path even when things get tough. You're not looking for others to tell you that you're good enough or that you're on the right track. Instead, you're able to make those judgments for yourself based on your own experiences, growth, and understanding. Choosing to live without the need for validation also enhances your personal growth. When you're not focused on proving yourself to others, you're free to explore your weaknesses, embrace vulnerability, and work on areas where you want to improve purely for the sake of personal development. This growth becomes a sincere journey driven by a true desire to become your best self rather than an attempt to fit into someone else's idea of what that should look like. You can recognize your strengths without needing someone else to point them out, and you can work on your limitations without feeling embarrassed or self-conscious. This level of growth is genuine and often deeper because it's rooted in self-reflection and a desire to evolve according to your own standards, not in response to outside pressure. Another powerful effect of living from the inside out is that it transforms your relationships. When you're not looking to others to validate your choices, you bring a sense of wholeness and self-assuredness into your interactions. This allows you to engage with people from a place of authenticity, giving freely without expecting approval in return. You're able to connect with others based on mutual respect, understanding, and shared values rather than trying to please or impress them. You also become better at recognizing and attracting people who genuinely appreciate you for who you are. This deepens your relationships, making them more fulfilling and supportive because they're grounded in truth rather than in the need to gain acceptance. You no longer feel compelled to mold yourself to fit someone else's expectations, and you're free to enjoy relationships that allow you to be fully yourself. Building from the inside out also means trusting your own intuition and decisions. You learn to make choices based on what feels right for you rather than seeking approval or advice for every step. This level of self-trust creates a powerful sense of independence and confidence as you're able to navigate your life according to your own wisdom and experiences. By tuning into your inner guidance, you develop a stronger connection to your instincts, which often leads you to make choices that truly serve your highest good. This trust in yourself becomes a guiding force that helps you stay grounded and purposeful, even in challenging situations, as you have a clear sense of direction that isn't influenced by others' opinions. Living from the inside out is ultimately about embracing your unique path and recognizing that your life is a journey meant to be lived according to your own values, dreams, and purpose. This approach reminds you that true fulfillment and happiness come from living in alignment with who you are, not from trying to meet the expectations of others. When you're no longer preoccupied with seeking validation, you can fully immerse yourself in the experience of life, finding joy in both the achievements and the challenges because they're all part of a path that you've chosen for yourself. This creates a profound sense of contentment and pride, as you know that every step you take is meaningful and reflects the truth of who you are. In the end, building your life from the inside out leads to a life that is not only fulfilling, but deeply satisfying because it's crafted from your authentic self. This journey requires courage, trust, and patience, as it may sometimes go against the grain or defy traditional expectations. However, the rewards of living in a way that honors your true self are invaluable. You experience a freedom that only comes from being fully aligned with who you are, a freedom that allows you to pursue your dreams, live your truth, and create a life that is genuinely yours. This is the power of living from the inside out, a life that is rooted in purpose, driven by self-belief, and filled with the joy that comes from knowing you're living as your most authentic self.